Continuing, U.S. to landlords, shut down pot shops or lose your property. Doesn't matter if California says you can have medical dispensaries of marijuana. Doesn't matter if marijuana is an important part of our economy. Doesn't matter if it's less dangerous than alcohol. Doesn't matter. They're saying no judge, no jury, federal government, not even the U.S. This headline's wrong out of Huffington Post Business. But the bankers that hijacked our country are, we're going to take your business if you let somebody sell marijuana out of it. Kind of like in Seattle, where the cops have taken more than half the bars and end up owning them themselves because they sell drugs to themselves in the bathrooms. Decriminalize now, take the police state's favorite tool away. And I don't smoke Mary Jane, and I say decriminalize for those of you that say we're a bunch of weed heads. Me, I like antioxidant grape juice myself. All right, let's continue on with the other articles here. Police. Man tries to board plane with explosive. Probably somebody caught one of their operatives doing a drill because he's given a misdemeanor for trying to take the explosives on the aircraft. It says, we confirmed he didn't have any intent to use them on the plane. Well, then that's fine, then, said Lieutenant Nathan Garbe of Redmond Police. As far as we're knowing, he's knowingly knew he had them and forgot them. That has yet to be confirmed, so I guess everything is fine. Continuing here, foreign holdings of U.S. debt hit record high. That's how the banksters want us. And again, our country wouldn't even be in debt. 90+% of what we pay is derivatives to keep the banks propped up. The $15 trillion that we owe to China and the private Federal Reserve, that's just maneuvering us into bankruptcy. They've signed us on to 600+ trillion of the 1.5 quadrillion in garbage that Goldman Sachs and JP Morgan made. We can pay off the 15 trillion anytime. But it's all about China and everybody putting us down and teaching us that we're garbage. Foreign demand for U.S. Treasury securities rose to record high in April. China, the largest buyer of Treasury debt, increased its holdings slightly after trimming them for 2 straight months because the globalists are busy imploding Europe, so China's moving out of that. But Europe falls, we go up, but then fall. So it's like two guys jumping out of an airplane, and one guy's falling further without a parachute, and the other guy's above him going, hey, I'm not hitting the ground as early as you are. Like, ha, you're going to splat. And the guy's like, well, you're 20 feet above me. Doesn't matter, I'm trendy. Whoosh, I get to watch you splat. Like 1 split second as you hear the head bust like a melon. Boom. It's like, ah! But it's okay, you're trending, and that's all that matters. Okay, this is teleprompter-free news, ladies and gentlemen, and never forget it. We take you now to Clandethu. No, this actually isn't Starship Troopers. We're not having Tarpley the Brain Bug on right now. Let's go ahead and go to Dr. Adam Spartacus, his codename Weishaupt, founder of the Illuminati. Of all the means I know to lead men, the most effectual is a concealed mystery. The hankering of the mind is irresistible. Oh, come into our secret society. Give us money and dues. Oh, it's too powerful for you to understand. And really all you're being done is ripped off. That's why they get all the elites into perverted and weird stuff where normal people never get sick of the same thing. I never get sick of my beautiful, voluptuous wife. I never get sick of cheese enchiladas. I never get sick of swimming in a nice big lake or water skiing. I never get sick of my wonderful children playing in the yard. I never get sick of normal stuff. It's what Madison Avenue wants to make you feel inadequate to sell you cultural death so you'll buy into all their poisons. Take Prozac, drink sodium fluoride. Hey, China says it's good to have mercury in your child's formula. But God forbid we don't lock up all the people that smoke marijuana. All right, we take you now to 2 different clips of Luke Rudkowski and others confronting Rand Paul. He used to talk to, in fact, the first clip we should play is a year ago. He talks to Rand Paul, and he talks about the Federal Reserve, the New World Order, the Bilderberg Group, and how I woke Senator Paul up to the Bilderberg Group. Senator Paul says that. And then we've got clips coming up after that, excerpts of just yesterday with Luke and others talking to him about the Bilderberg Group, and he will not discuss it with them. So we're really seeing Rand going establishment. It's very, very sad. After these clips, the old clip and then the new clip, we'll go to break and come back with our guest on the survival of the Republic and how to prepare yourself and your family. Stay with us.
Our organization confronted Ben Bernanke on his ties with the Bilderberg Group as well. Do you know anything about the Bilderberg Group?
Only what I've learned from Alex Jones.
Do you know, for the people who don't know what's going on, can you tell people who are the Bilderberg Group, if you feel comfortable doing so?
Yeah, well, I'm not probably the world's expert on it, but I think it's people who get together who are very wealthy people who I think manipulate and use government to their own personal advantage. And I think that's the biggest thing that would help us combat this, is that they want to make it out like they're just to help humanity and world government will be good for humanity. But guess what? World government's good for their pocketbook. They're very wealthy and they use government to make more money for themselves, and that's where you expose them. And I think ultimately people are talking about that with the Federal Reserve. Expose the people through an audit, maybe like Goldman Sachs and different banks that are making a lot of money off the U.S. taxpayer through these special deals they're getting with the Federal Reserve.
Hey, Senator Paul. My name is Luke of We Are Change. We had an interesting conversation before about the Bilderberg Group, and knowing what you know, how can you support Mitt Romney when The Guardian reported he was at the Bilderberg meeting?
The senator just got out of a meeting where
We're having a private conversation right now. You can make an appointment to stop by sometime.
I know it's a comfortable question. I know you know a lot about the Bilderberg Group, and we just want to know, why would you endorse? I know you're playing politics, but is politics really that dirty? Rand, the Bilderberg Group is a very serious group.
You can get Jessica online and I'll talk to her about that.
A lot of people have a lot of questions about your endorsement of Romney, and I think the Bilderberg one is very poignant. Also, Goldman Sachs, when I interviewed you, you called for an audit.
Did you find out that Robert was able to get back to the department?
Hey Rand, Abby Martin from Media Roots. I just wanted to ask you one quick question. You know, your endorsement for Mitt Romney, people have a lot of questions about it. I just wanted to see your opinion on it. What do you think about all of Ron Paul's followers and just your father's movement catering to the establishment that's shut you guys out for so long? Are you concerned with what this is going to do for the liberty movement as a whole, sir? Sir, Romney endorses all of the policies that you've been voting against for so long. NDAA, drones. He wants to expand the military to twice its size. Do you have any comment on that, sir? Your endorsement to him just blanketly says that all those policies should be enacted.
Christy Hightower here for PlanetInfoWars.com. You patriots sure are talking. Have you ever given it a second thought when an employee asks to see your receipt as you leave a store? No? Well, welcome to what we call prison training. Do what you're told, don't think twice. Well, semantics aside, Planet InfoWars user Sanchez explains exactly why showing your receipt is a bad idea in his appropriately titled article, Why You Should Never Show Your Receipt Again. He confronts us with the idea that if you cannot stand up to the little old lady demanding to see your receipt at Walmart, what do you expect to do when the military shows up on your door making demands of you? It's a good reminder that if you forget to claim your rights, you will lose them. See what other patriots are talking about on PlanetInfoWars.com.